So, Lo, I'm going to go at you first, girly. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's
How
so
you feeling
exciting.
hitting this Monday running?
Well, just so you guys know, like, I don't know if you saw my post game, like, you know, how they do the interview on the stage, but they're like, so what does this mean to the team? How are you guys going to celebrate? And I literally was like, well, Vlatko's probably going to do film with us. We're going to be running. And that's literally what we did today. Like, we got there, we're already doing passing patterns, possession, finishing drills. And I was just like, yeah, we really do prepare every week, like for the next game. We don't look ahead. So I'm surprised I do have a voice because I feel like I've been doing so many interviews. We had the Premier League come out to us in Kansas City.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what's this talk? I love it. What is that?
Right? Like all the things. And you guys know the Premier League made this jersey for it. I think it says 25 Kansas City on the back because they only do this in so many locations in the US. They did Kansas City on the weekend, of course, that we win the Shield, and the letters were already in teal. This wasn't like they just knew. They knew. So,
wow.
I think it's so hype. It's one of the coolest jerseys that I think I have now. And yeah, so we had that literally the morning after we had won. So we just had a little party and then went to this event the next day, and then we went to practice.
Okay, I want to come back and ask you a little bit more, but Jess, you can speak to this. That's how it is though. It's like middle of the season, but you're like winning, but it's like you're not gonna like break your momentum. Like you're not gonna go like, so catch me after the championship game. When I win a championship, y'all, I am in rare form. It ends, it's over. But when you win the Shield, you still have more games to go. So you're not like popping off. I mean, what do you think, Jess?
Oh, no, 100% agree. It's like, oh, you guys didn't quite celebrate. It's like we can't. Like the season ain't over yet. We're still going, honey. Like don't let regular season fool you. Like we're still in the regular season here. We still got business to handle. That's such a typical mindset of a winning coach, obviously. Like, oh, we could celebrate for about 5 minutes, but no, in about 10 minutes, we're gonna be putting work in again. So the job doesn't stop there, obviously. So yeah, you got to keep the momentum going. I mean, we're all about business right now. So
For sure. It's not
congratulations,
like,
Lo. What a great
yeah,
feeling.
it's
Thank
not like
you.
champagne showers like everybody thinks. Like a lot of people do like sober season and stuff like that, right? So it's like stay
It's
locked
crazy
in.
too because this week is a shorter week for us. Like we have a game on Friday. So the training week just got condensed. So now we're going to actually probably be training more than we usually do. But it started too when Vlatko came in our meeting this morning. He was like, you know, I had mentioned like maybe we don't have to do film. And the person that humbled me and raised the standard was our equipment manager. And she was the equipment manager, Dolch, at the US team as well. You guys probably know her. She runs like a tight ship. And she literally is like, oh no, we're staying as late as we need to get it done. Like we're doing the same thing we do every single week. And he was like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to double down on film. And I was sitting there like, please.
Wait, maybe not that. Maybe not
Yeah.
that.
Like I love the message, but nah.
Wait, are y'all allowed to eat during film or is it like?
Yo, Vlatko brought it up. It was our match day -1 meeting. So you know that's where like you do set pieces and all that. And he literally said, if you guys need to like eat or have snacks, bring it in. And I had to step in. I was like, no, like if I hear someone crunching, I don't know where.
It's just like, let's be honest, you're not fully focused. Like if you're eating, you know,
like some people
I'm
don't
either slopping on myself or I'm missing what's happening. Like
exactly. So I was like, that's the one professional thing we could have is like no food in meetings. You can have drinks and all that because sometimes they go long. You need to hydrate. But yeah, no food, no opening of chip bags or crunching on apples. No, not at all.
Don't let me hear somebody smacking either. I can't stand hearing people chew their food either.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, forget about it. I'll
lose your kids. So are your kids, you're like, close your mouth when you chew?
Oh, all their mouths are closed. Yeah. It's a pet peeve of mine. If I hear you chewing, we have a problem. Like I'm putting boxing gloves on real quick. I'm Mike Tyson instantly. Anyway, Enough about
You're
me.
picking their jaws off. You're like, nah, my dude.
That's me, dude. Oh my goodness. But I have to ask you though. Oh my goodness. Y'all are on another level this season. And eh, McCall and I can attest to this. Like, obviously, what a great feeling it is. But going into this season, what was different going into this season in comparison to last year? Because last year, y'all were still great, but y'all are even greater this year. And so the approach coming in, it just y'all look different, and obviously a little bit of personnel changes, but not too many. Um, but just seeing everybody bought in, so many rotations of different positions players are playing, and they're performing in that position. And then on top of it, y'all are succeeding and winning while doing that, going through the adversity and going through the injuries, etc. I can go on for days of things that even you guys as the number one team that are going through, just like any other club in our league, and you guys y'all are handling business. What is it?
To be fair, I think it is that we had a year, under our belt now, because last year people don't think, because we were doing so well, they don't think we were a new team. We were completely new, completely new staff. Vlatko came in and replaced like half our team. And so it was a lot of new learning last year, and the buy-in was there, but the success rate probably wasn't. We were just we weren't rotating as much. So now that we had that under our belt, we had that maturity now this year going into it. We knew the standard, we knew what we were going to do. And the best thing too, I think, is the rotations we've been able to do from the beginning. Yes, we've lost players, like big time players like Alana Cook and Vanessa DiBernardo now. Like you can never replace that. But the thing is, we've started training players into the system since the beginning of the year. So I know we won the Shield this weekend, but I barely even played. Like, I know I was the one that had to do the interviews and stuff, but there's so many other players on this team that can play so many other roles. And that's why I keep saying I love this team, because the buy-in is there, the skills there, and it's all coming together. And you're right, it feels so good. But you guys know exactly what it is. I remember those days showing up and I'm like, oh, we got to play North Carolina this weekend. Like, I'm not going to touch the ball. Like, you guys know how it feels. So I think I've been smiling. I'm going to probably have to start looking into Botox because I'm getting some wrinkles next to these eyes. But yeah, it's been good.
Happy girls are the prettiest girls. Okay, so would you say
Yes.
It's just like all kind of clicking?
Put it on
now?
a t-shirt.
Like, it's all just kind of clicking now, right? Like, last year you were kind of laying the land and all of that, and then now it's becoming fruitful and gelling, and everything is making sense.
Absolutely. And just think too, like Ali Sentnor, for example, got added in a couple months ago. Even if, I don't know, I feel like she just got here still. But she immediately stepped in and a coach was showing her film, what her position, what they do there. And then I think she started like her second game here. Like, it's just so simple to slip people into these positions because there's already a layout for you and what you need to do.
Because y'all have like developmental groups, right? Is that how the coaching staff does it? Which I think is quite unique to other NWSL teams. Can you lean into that a little bit? Like, which do you think that helps? I mean, don't share too much. I know it's like kind of your secret, but like, I think that's probably helpful as well. Like, when a new player does come, for them to slide in right away and get on, because you guys have a very strong ideology that you have set, not only from Vlatko, who he's been as a coach forever, but playing into your strengths with the roster that you have. So like, when someone like Setnor joins the team, she's got to get on that foundation that you guys have already laid. And that can be difficult, like you said, you're gelling and then you throw in another wrinkle. So it's really impressive to watch. Like, I can tell like what you're saying, like last year was kind of getting everything set, and now it's like exploding. Like, everything from the ground up is just like on the way up all the time. It's really, really impressive to watch, but especially going into this match, knowing you could win the Shield. What was y'all's like mindset? Was it the same? Was it like, it could be a big day? Like, how did you guys approach this one?
So, you have to go over some of the logistics when when the GM and all them bring you in and like, hey, this is what's going to happen if we win. And I think it's so powerful when you pick your words like that, when they're like, if, but as a player, when you're in the locker room, you want to have that confidence and you want to be like, when we win, like believe in yourself. And we weren't saying that, but I hope people had that mentality, because that's what you have to do to win trophies. Like, you can't just go in like, oh, we'll see. You might as well just flip a coin at that point and see if you're going to win that day. But it's, we prepare every weekend like it's the last match. Like, we give it our all every single time. Trainings were just as competitive. Vlatko humbled us with a speech earlier in the week. So it was good. We never want to become complacent or take our foot off the gas, because last year, losing hurt too much. Like, it really did. And so I think a lot of the people that returned have that bitter taste. So yes, we got the Shield, but it's going to be the same thing, the way we prepped last weekend for this weekend, and hopefully prep us for the playoffs and eventually lift a trophy.
Okay, you got the Shield. Like, what does this mean to you, like, personally, though? Like, I know you're always like team centric and you're the captain leader, but like, what does it mean to you personally?
Honestly, I want to say what it means to me, but I also want to bring up one other player that I respect so much, has been in the league so much. And I just heard this story today because she's out, Vanessa DiBernardo, right? She's pregnant. And so when you're not rostered, you sit up in a suite upstairs. And they said when we were up 2-0 and she was coming down the elevator with the rest of the girls, she goes, I've been waiting 11 years for this. And I was like, my heart, because she is one of the most successful people, right? She's always been in this position to lift the Shield or lift a trophy, and she hadn't. And I was like, these young bucks don't know. They've only come to Kansas City when we're good, when we're winning, when we have a stadium. But Vanessa is one of those people that have had to struggle all her career and have fought so much, and finally was able to lift it. We got her on stage. I don't know if you saw us when we were like, oh, but we were with Vanessa. We were like, oh, be careful. Like, but lift it, but be careful, the baby. So I think that's why this team is so beautiful, because we look into other people and see how they're feeling first before we really check in with ourselves. And that's, our culture is everything here.
You guys really seem like a family. And you know what, y'all? Like, the Shield is so hard to win. Like, I don't think it gets enough credit. Like, somebody can get 8th place in the playoffs, which I've done before also, and then just pop off in the playoffs and then like win the championship. But like, the Shield to me says you are consistently good. We can.
I can't. I'm trying to focus on you, but this photo.
I can't talk right now. This is so good.
Well, you two, how many Shields have you guys won?
4.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
4. That is crazy. Okay.
Hey,
like, I want you guys to feel how heavy this new Shield is. Like,
I was gonna say, it's like as big as half your body.
It looks so much bigger.
Huge.
This was 2019. This picture of me and Jess right here. Like, think about, so like the league is getting better, the trophies are getting bigger.
Yes, they really are. The investment is there, you guys. It's there.
It's literally a plate. You got like a shield that could like block you in war. Like, you got like a real shield.
Yours is a serving platter you would get from like Home Goods.
Right.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. That was such a roast. I told you I'm feeling shady. I don't know why.
But you're not wrong.
I'm sorry.
That's so true.
Even my medals,
let me put my
like,
cheese and crackers and grapes on there.
My championship medals, like the first championship I won to like the last one was like, made out of like tin, and the last one's like made out of gold. You know?
That's so great.
But no, back to what we were saying. The Shield is freaking hard to win, you guys. Like, to me, that's the most successful thing, because like week in and week out, you're the best team. Like, you can just have like a good run of like 4 or 5 games in the playoffs and win a championship, but like, y'all dominate every freaking weekend. It is so impressive, Lo. I'm really, really proud of you and for all of you.
It's really, so am I.
Yeah.
I had the chance of being on a call with Vlatko one day, and I kind of want you to break this down to the public, to those who are listening right now, because you're a player who has seen the beginning of the NWSL and where you're at now. Can you give us kind of a rundown on what game day looks like for Kansas City Current and what Vlatko has brought to this organization to change things for the players? He brought his knowledge from when he was head coach with the U.S. Women's National Team, and he wanted to replicate everything off the field in order to take care of the players so they're good on the field. Can you break down what y'all do on game day? I know what it is, but I want you to tell everybody, and then sort of the things that you have seen change that Kansas City Current has that you never had before or other organizations don't have. So break down the outside pieces that have a lot to do with your success as well, because it's all about the players first. And that's exactly what your organization is doing for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Vlatko immediately came in and just made it professional, right? He was like, my goal is for the players just to have to focus on playing. And I was like, finally, finally we can do that, you guys. And more so too, just I don't know what kind of locker rooms you guys have been in, because you guys were very successful. But before Vlatko got here, on a lot of my teams, we were coming up with game plans on our own as players. We were like, hey, we know teams, right? You've been in the league. You know how certain teams play. And I could speak for North Carolina, for example. We did a trade. We brought 3 North Carolina players come to our team, and we were like, we're about to play them. Just tell us how they build out so we can figure out a press to somewhat. And everything was so complicated, and the coach literally walked out, and we were like, all right, we got to do it as players. So the fact that Vlatko's come in, had that experience from the national team and is like, no, we're going to have, I'm just throwing this number out there, but this is what I feel like, 5 scouts, see tactically what they do and all that. And then we look at our film and how it matches up. Like, just that level of preparation is unmatched. Like, I don't know many other teams that have access to that can implement that, like can absolutely see something and execute it. Like Vlatko alone, when we're doing clips at halftime of a game, if it's not the proper clip that came up on the TV, he's clocking it, calling that staff member out, but then already has the clip and explains it to you as a player. And you're like, what's that one movie, like Beautiful Mind or something like that, where they can just literally tell you what happened? Like there's 100 plays that happen and he knows the exact one to tell you. So that helps a player so much. You really don't have to think for yourself. Like, everything is just out there. My favorite thing on game day, though, we got these iPads, and the national team has them too, but they give you not every player, like there's a few out there, but there's an iPad with all your set pieces, all this scout, individual clips. Like, that's the preparation that I've loved as a pro now that I get, that will just give me that extra edge. And he puts it there. He's like, you don't have to, but you can use it. And I'm like, give me everything. I need all the help. These young guns are getting better, so I need all the help I can get. And that's what you have to do to be successful. And the fact that our staff does it more than we do as players makes you want to be good for them as well. Like, they're putting in the work. Why are you not putting in the work?
No, I definitely have to give a shout out to Vlatko, because first of all, it's difficult to go from the national team and then back to a club team. That's a difficult transition, right? But what he's done, which before players were responsible to do, was that when they go to the national team and then they bring back what they know with the experience at national team, which is obviously more funded, has more resources. It's our national team, right? It's sponsored by FIFA and US Soccer. Clubs were still catching up with those standards in that way. But what Vlatko did was he went back down to the club. He took what he learned from national team and said, this should also be at the club level. And he drove those standards. He pushed for more for the players. He got better employees, more employees, and he brought that level of play and standard for the players to a club level. And that's why y'all are having so much success. And you're right, he is so professional with everything that he does, and he is nonstop. He's never okay with the success that he's earned. He always wants to add more, do more. I mean, if like bringing Setnor to Kansas City is not a perfect example of the way that he is, he just wants to keep pushing and making it better and driving the standards higher and higher. And first of all, to play for a coach like that, it's inspiring and it feels like they have your back. It feels like Vlatko wants the best interests of the players, of women's soccer, of this league. And Vlatko absolutely does push that narrative. It's so amazing. And I reckon he'll be up for Coach of the Year.